Got thick skin and a soft soul. God made her fire in a world so cold. They judge her frame, but not her fight. She walk in church and her room get light. I see the difference, that's the truth I stand on. She ain't your sin, bro. She God's backbone. They see hips, I see heart. She from the choir, not the dark. She say no, they say fast and call her names, but she won't smash. They scared of power in a curvy frame. Treat her like a flame, then a curse to flame. But I've been watching how she move in grace. Even when they throw shame in her face. Smooth, let the lashes fool you, she pure. Whole life in pain, but her spirit endure. I seen her pray when the room was wild. She ain't loud, but her silence loud. She holy and hood, yeah, both can be true. God gave her looks, but her soul break through. They whisper lies, but I seen the proof. She ain't what they say, she the living truth. She got thick skin and a soft soul. God made her fire in a world so cold. They judge her frame, but not her fight. She walk in church and the room get light. I see her different, that's the truth I stand on. She ain't your sin, bro. She God's backbone. Met a man who sold her lies. Promised heaven, gave her highs. He used her beauty, took a spark. Left her drunken in the dark. She came back bruised, but she ain't brave. Dropped the shame right at heaven's gate. Told me true, they don't see the war.
Molly, welcome in.
When they want more. Now she leading women out the storm.
Mr. Drive Slow, welcome in.
And I protect her name when they run their mouth. You talk that lust, better wash it out.
Happy Monday, how are you?
They call too much, too pretty, too loud, too thick, too
We'll get started in just a few. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Amber McCrae, a connection and nervous system coach.
Don't you dim your shine. She got thick skin and a soft soul. God made her fire in a world so cold. They judge her
Bird just at the window.
but not her fight. She walk in church and the room get light.
That was crazy.
I see
And
a
your
difference,
future
that's the
voice.
truth
What does that
I
mean?
stand on. She ain't your sin, bro. She God's backbone. She God's
Hello, hello, how are you?
And I was the first to see her hope.
Wait, did you change your... Oh. Such a good song,
Mud on
right?
the inside, mud on the outside.
Completely different shift.
Mud ball paint job, mud on.
Okay. We'll kind of stick with the same little vibe. It's Deb, right? Did you change your name? We want to shine and we want to be big, and then we also want to throw our phone in the water and disappear. And why that happens.
You leave me on red, babe, but I still get the message. Instead of a line, it's 3 dots, and I could connect them. If it ain't right, babe, you know I respect it.
This is Alec Chambers.
If you need time, just take your time, honey. I get it, I get it, I get it.
He sings one of my favorite songs. I can play it next.
Me all in my head. I think I'd rather you in my bed.
I haven't seen you, Mr. Drive Solo. How did you find my life?
How many days till I can see you again? Blowing kisses like, will you catch them or not? I'm Cupid with arrows, babe, I'm just shooting my shot. If I could get in, drop me a pin, hop in the whip and come over. Don't wanna be friends,
worries.
just skin to skin, I wanna get close.
Nicole, welcome in.
The way you got me all in my head. I think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it. I'm counting the days, how many days till I can see you again. All in my head.
I'm not doing boxes today. Every Monday is Mental Monday, so we talk about a mental health topic. And we start that in about 7 minutes, 4 o'clock Pacific. Precious, welcome in. Jess, welcome in. Deb, are you still here?
I'm counting the days, how many days till I can see you again.
How are you, lovely? Nice to see you. So Mr. Drive Slow, this is my favorite. This is like my life song. It's by Alec Chambers also. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. If you're still here. For everybody else, we could just enjoy our theme song. I'm good.
Sometimes it takes all day to get out of bed. Skeletons in my closet when I get dressed. So when you tell me you feel empty, oh I swear that I believe. 'Cause I've been down, down, down too many days. Don't go pretending like your past might drive me out. When I got the same friends in my head that'll freak you out. Promise I won't run away. Tell your demons they can stay. 'Cause dark can be beautiful.
Thanks for shutting off the light. You guys, tonight we're going to talk about we want to shine and we want to disappear. Marcia, welcome in. Hey, thanks for the follow, man.
Those are not just words I say. 'Cause I've been down, down, down too many days.
Thank you for the heart meet.
So don't go pretending like your past might drive me out. When I got the same phrase in my head that'll freak you out. Promise I won't run away.
Leslie, welcome in.
Demons they can stay. 'Cause dark can be beautiful. 'Cause dark can be beautiful. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay.
life song.
is beautiful.
It makes me super emotional because our darks are beautiful. And look, bitches are gonna make me cry. We're taught our whole lives that we're taught our whole lives that our darks are not beautiful, and to get rid of them and to hide them and to shame them when they just needed love. And the whole time they just needed love. We were just trying to figure out how to be loved. And we were programmed that if we hide those parts, then maybe finally we'll be lovable. So that's why I love that song, is that we're all in this shit together, and all of our darks can be beautiful. And that I see you guys, because I have dark too, and that's okay. And it's okay to not be okay. You know? Whew, you guys got me emotional before we even started. I love the engagement, Mr. Drive Slow. Thank you. That we're programmed. Society programs us that way, right? Everywhere says that. From parenting to school to the news to magazines, everything. Sherry! Hello, lovely. You missed me. I almost started crying. I got emotional. Welcome in, everybody. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Donna, welcome in. Carrie's in the house. Lou, welcome in.
I guess.
Yes, you never know. We're gonna get started in just a few. Welcome in, everybody. Tonight we are talking about, we want to shine, but then we also just sometimes want to throw our phone in the river and disappear. And why that happens, right? We have these big goals and big dreams, and we want to shine, and then we just shut down. We shine and then shut down. Why does that happen? We're going to talk about that and what to do about it. Charmaine, welcome in. Right? We love this film too. Just saints and sinners, hand fed on mice for dinner. Who knew the house was burning down? I mean, this is our own realm. I like realm better. Let's keep realm. Chatty Patty, welcome in. We create our own frequency here. Welcome back, Deb. So we have, I'm live from 4 to 5 here, and then we have an all women's group coaching and then an all men's group coaching. There are still seats available. You can go purchase your seats in my link tree. Jackson, memory's something. I missed it. Went too fast. Welcome in. What do you mean? Is this is about money? It's just paper? You mean the Sacred Middle? The coaching services that I offer? This live has not about money. I do offer coaching services. Oh no, the topic tonight is about wanting to shine or disappear and why that happens. And money is not just paper, it's a whole frequency. Money is a whole frequency.
Some folks don't like you, some say
You don't agree that it's frequency? You think it's just paper? You're disappointed because I have a good relationship with money and that it's not just paper?
so don't spend your whole life trying to be what you
Oh, like in society?
can't hide your heart. I think they'll accept you right.
I've worked really hard on my connection with money. Money is everywhere, but money is not. I mean, I grew up that money is evil. Money itself is not evil, just like anything else. But this is a whole different topic. We're not going down that rabbit hole right now. That's not tonight's topic. If you love this vibe, you love this energy, you love these topics, we do have a Discord, and it's free. You can join that Discord. There's amazing, amazing humans in that Discord, and we talk about different stuff. So, yeah, if it resonates, you can join.
So don't spend
Facts.
your whole life trying to be
Don't get me started. I'm a holistic nutritionist. We could talk about the medical school. Yeah. We're gonna give it like 2 more minutes and then we'll get started. We're just waiting for our mods to hop in.
myself. Live to work hard for everyone. Woke up one day to find out I'm alone. And all the hard work that I did was now that I'm without, I'll start looking with you. Gave it all out.
Kids are way in tune, way more in tune than us. They know.
This time
Holly's in the house. Holly Jackson. Welcome in. Thank you, Miss Holly. Holly, Holly.
trying to be me, I ain't trying to fit.
Happy Monday, y'all. What is one win for your day?
I was wrong. Tried to move away.
I finished my editing article early. So proud of myself.
Learning every
That's my win. What's one win, y'all?
Don't spend your
You work for them, most do. I don't know what that means. Tara's in the house. Hello, hello. I'm confused, Mr. Drive Slow.
think they'll accept you right promise they can't. Just be
Work for who? Killing Me Smalls. Welcome in. I love your name. Okay. Jojo is the best. Welcome in. All right, we're gonna get started. Well, we had somebody new, but I think Mr. Drive Slow, I pissed him off. That's a huge win. High five, Holly. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Welcome in. Happy Monday. If you're new here, throw a blue heart in the chat so we can welcome you. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to talk about we want to shine, but then something happens and we want to disappear. Why that happens, what happens. Halo's in the house. Okay, copy that. What's for dinner? You can tell us when you're done. Nobody saw that. Everywhere. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to talk about a new word tonight that I hadn't heard of. And I love learning new things, especially around like mental health topics, about healing, anything like that. I just love it. It's so much fun. The word is neuroception. Neuroception. Have you heard of that word? Have you heard of the word neuroception? Put a 1 in the chat if you have. Neuroception. I had not heard of this word. Nobody? Nobody's heard of it either? Jordan! I was just thinking of you, Jordan. I'm so glad that you stopped by. How are you, lovely? Jordan, I learned a new word. Have you heard of the word neuroception? I had not heard of it before I was studying for this topic. Neuroception. Okay, copy that. Don't text then. Just listen. We love your life. Yeah, me either. I was like, Okay, so we're going to talk about that. But first, do you ever feel torn between wanting to shine and wanting to hide? Do you ever feel torn between wanting to shine and wanting to hide? Me. I do. Jordan's with me. Holly says, sure. Okay. Do you disappear or push harder when you're tired? Mostly hidden in the past. Do you disappear or push harder when you're tired? I definitely used to push harder. Over the last 2 years, I have learned to not do that so much. Yes, Tara. Was on that track. Can you guys, you guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Mom, welcome in. Okay. Holly said she disappears. Do you disappear or push harder when you're tired? Okay, cool. Thanks, Mom. Do you ever guilt yourself for resting? Okay, copy Tara. Do you ever guilt yourself for resting? Ah. Ah, that's beautiful, Deb. Mom says for sure. Leanne, welcome in. Holly says no, not really. That's beautiful. Okay. Same. It used to not be that way though. But I love that you have reprogrammed that for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So exactly what Tara was saying about the neuroception is from the polyvagal lens. So neuroception is the automatic system of what happens in your body. What's the word? Subconscious is what you hear about it. Okay, so example is let's see, where are my examples? Okay, so the subconscious is stored. Hold on. Can you guys tell I was excited about this topic? Let's just take a deep breath. I had like 75 thoughts all at once. I was so excited about our new word. That's not the teacher in me at all. Okay. Okay, so the neuroception is the scanning for safety, okay? And it's, hey, I'm not safe. Let me turn this down a little bit. The conscious is, I'm aware that I'm anxious. Something's happening, right? But before any of that happens, the neuroception is already sending signals that it's not safe before you even consciously or subconsciously connect what's happening. Okay? Mr. Kitty, welcome in. So we'll get into a little bit more of that. I wanted to just throw that out at you and how this connects to when we want to shine and what happens when we push and we disappear. Okay? We're gonna dive so much more into that in the sacred middle. So just know, like Telegram. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. It's just Tara. Just Tara. It's on my. I think it's on my phone. Unless. Let me check my email. I don't see anything. Okay. Okay. Refocus. Okay. So when we want to shine, so we'll go more into the neuroception and how it works and all of that and what happens to us in the sacred middle. So purchase your ticket. There are still some seats left. We are running a men's sacred middle through the end of September. So men, there is a spot for you as well. Ladies, you got your own group. Grab that seat. So most of us, and if this isn't you, throw it in the chat, but most of us, we have a goal and we keep pushing and we keep pushing and we keep pushing and we burn out and then we disappear. That's why we want to disappear, right? Is because what happens is we were taught a few things. One, that you can't rest. Rest is for the weak, and that when we stop, it's failing. Also, that for some, being visible, shining, equals unsafe. Okay? That purpose, that being seen equals danger. Most likely from a childhood traumatic event or just small emotional, I want to say, inconsistencies in being parented, and that when you're big and you're loud, you're shut down, right? So even that can send a message that being seen and heard is not safe, is danger, right? So when that programming is in you, or that template from whatever has gone through your life in your childhood, your programming or an experience, or just like I said, those little bits, like it could even be, don't run in the house and scream because it's too loud, being shut down, right? So loud, being seen, all of that, your nervous system equates that to danger, to not being safe. Like if you got in trouble or yelled at or disappointed from your caretakers or people that you looked up to, this would have programmed your body that being loud, being seen, being out there is dangerous. And so your nervous system still, even though you may not be in that same situation or even around those same people, it is still a programming in your system. And that's what comes up, or can come up, when you try to be seen, when you try to make a video, when you try to do coaching, when you try to go to a new business interview, to make new friends, to go on a date. All of these things, all of those require vulnerability and to be seen, right? So it could be a million things. Thank you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And so when you try to do that now, your nervous system says, absolutely not, this isn't safe. Now, some people at that time shut down, right? There are some people that push through, and either way, what happens is your nervous system goes into fight or flight during trigger, right? So you get triggered, perceived threat. Sometimes there is a threat, right? So your system goes into sympathetic mode, right? So you got adrenaline and cortisol pumping through your body, right? Sometimes you feel your heart race. My palms get super sweaty. It's like an energy surge, right? Do more, push harder, all of that. Okay, so you're doing this and it's going and going and going. then what happens? If it's prolonged, it's not sustainable, right? So then overload to your system, the cortisol flood, right? That can't be sustained for so long. So this is why also so many are chronically fatigued, because you have been pushing through, and your body is like, I cannot sustain this, right? It's too much. You can't upkeep that. So then what happens? Then we go into disappear, right? Right. Our whole lives. So then what happens is the dorsal vagal shuts down. Okay? And it says your energy completely drops. Now for people, some people that happens instantly, shut down, right? It's the numb, the collapse, can be disassociate, disappear to survive, right? This is too much. I can't do this. I need to shut down to preserve. I have to preserve to survive, right? So some people's capacity and when that happens is different. And some people have been programmed to shut down immediately out of self-preservation. So like my husband Chris, he immediately shuts down, right? Me, no. I was programmed to just keep going until I physically am sick. I've worked on this a lot, but that's what happens to me. Now, both of those are still fight or flight. One, just you completely shut down. So the when we shut down, that's the freeze. When we just shut down, freeze, right? So you hear fight, flight, fawn, freeze, and then we have fuck it. I know some people that put that one in there. I'm for that one. Right? And that's the protective, that's shutting down. If I can't fight and I can't flee, the best survival strategy is to play dead. It's to shut down. Right? So there's a lot of things happening for us when we want to be seen. When we let's just pause right there. That hit me. When we want to be seen. It has also been a programming from somewhere that after a certain age, it is not okay to be seen. There's words like conceited, full of yourself. There's bigger labels, right, that we can go into. There's a lot of names, labels that we put with when we want to be seen, when we want to be big, when we want to shine, when we want recognition, when we want to grow and be famous. Right? There's so many labels that are attached and so many judgments attached to that also, that the moment that our higher self, our ambitious, our goals are like, let's go big. You guys, all of these things are working against that. And this can also cause exhaustion. This is why some people are like, I'm not even gonna try. It's way too much to even try, right? And too much before they even start to try. Welcome in, Heather. Because what they have already gone through from the moment that that the thought came in that I want to be big and I want to shine and I want to be famous, or I want to be on a stage, or I want to coach, or I want to write a book, or I want to go on a date, is be seen. We have to be seen, and putting ourselves out there and talking good about ourselves and hyping ourselves up and all of that we've been told that that's bad. Like, have you ever been excited about something you were proud of that you did, and somebody was like, the kind of energy like, wow, you're full of yourself, or wow, you're really conceited? Like, I feel like around the age of 12 to 14, it was no longer cool or the thing to talk good about yourself. Some, maybe it never was. But as a child, some people experienced, yeah, tell me all the good things that you did that day. Shine. Tell me how you welcome in everybody. You know, I want to celebrate with you when you put the puzzle together. Great. Yay, good job. Mommy, I did it. Yay. And then at some point, it was like, we're supposed to shut that off. And it was no longer acceptable to be proud of yourself and to have validation from outside. And that somehow, if we did, that we were a bad person, or that we didn't, you know, there were so many things attached to that it's so confusing, right? Is any of this resonating? Can I get a 1 in the chat if any of this is resonating with you? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Awesome, awesome. There are a few seats left. Thank you, Kristen, for the Sacred Middle. We are going to go deeper into this. We have, thank you for the roses. We have a few seats left for the women's group coaching. Does anybody have any questions? I know this hour goes by really fast, so does anybody have any questions? While you guys are thinking about your questions or typing them, also what happens is we get into this negative cycle. You can pick a day that works for you. All you have to do is go on to my link tree, lovely. And then you pick a day and a time that works for you on my calendar. I would love to chat with you, lovely. So what happens is we get into this negative cycle, okay? And this is why we can feel like we're just spinning our wheels, and the question of, we're working so hard, why are we not getting anywhere, can come in. Can you remind me? Grat, welcome in. Sorry, Heather, I don't remember off the top of my head. You can message me, or you can message me in Discord. So we get into this negative cycle of, we have a goal. Okay, copy that. We have a goal. We want to do something. We want to shine. We push through. It's too much. Shut down. Repeat. Okay? And this keeps happening. And we're like, how come we're not getting anywhere? We push through, we do the things, and then we shut down, right? And it can feel like the shutdown is taking care of ourselves. That we've gotten to the point where, okay, we're taking care of ourselves. But in that stage, you're actually doing triage. It's like you are putting an IV in you and there's not much life left, and you're sustaining your life, okay? That's not giving your body what it needs in the sense of loving on it and resting. That is literally survival still, okay? And so first, just recognizing all of these things happen and why they're happening, because they make so much sense. And so I want you to think about, I mean, if you're here tonight, something of this resonated with you. Okay, I'll get to that, Tara. Thank you. That you have goals and you want to shine and you want to be big, but then what happens? You disappear, right? You shut down. I want you to think about your goal, what it is, going on a date, getting a new job, being a coach, making the TikTok, starting the new thing. When you think about that, what immediately comes up for you, and where do you feel that in your body? Immediately, because it's just so ingrained, right? Even though I'm aware of it now and taking steps to reprogram that, is fear. Fear automatically comes up and it lives in my chest. Ugh. What are people going to think about me? What are they going to say? Ugh. Am I going to be a nut? Blah, 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 blah. All of these things, right? I feel it in my chest. I feel it in my shoulders. And then if I sit in that feeling, I feel it in my gut and I want to just, what? What if I'm vulnerable and I work really hard and I'm still misunderstood, nothing happens, I don't reach my goals? Feels exhausting. I feel my goal is to just be enough for me just as I am. And where do you feel that in your body? It hides in the back of my mind. I hear my father and my ex. Yeah, where do you feel that in your body? If you could feel it somewhere else besides your head, Heather, where do you feel that? Welcome in. Your heart. And then if we can take it a step further, right, Heather? Does it feel like it's being like sunken in? Does it feel like it's being ripped open? Does it feel like it's being crushed? Does it feel like a weight? Chest, slow breathing. Like chest slow breathing as in all the air is being pushed out, or like a calm slow? Or like a restricted flow. Barely breathing. Welcome in. Beautiful and blessed. Welcome in. Yeah, barely breathing. It feels like a ton of bricks piled on my chest. Yeah. So I don't want to take you guys any further. What I do with my clients one-on-one is we explore this, because that makes sense. That comes from somewhere that lives in your system, right? The body keeps the score. That originated somewhere around something probably completely different, right? But for now, just being aware that this is what comes up for you. So any time that you're going to go do something that really requires you to be seen or even maybe be vulnerable, this happens to you. Your body has a physical, chemical biological cellular reaction. Okay? I just want to reiterate that it makes so much sense that when a lot of people never get past this part because they try to make that part, that feeling, go away. And we've tried that. We've tried to make the feeling go away. We've tried to shove it down. We've tried to eat to make it go away. We've tried sex, drugs, rock and roll, working, coffee, shopping, all of the things, numbing out, right? All of the things. We've tried all of the things to make that feeling go away. Here, we learn something different. We learn a different way to respond to that feeling. And that's what I help you learn how to do. How to do that. So you can get out of that negative cycle. Right? Okay, so Tara had a question. I'm looking for it, Tara. Safety with consistency. I appreciate you. Safety with consistency. The body looks for threats everywhere. So, are you asking that does safety come with consistency? And yes, it can, right? That baby steps, like the muscle. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. Is when we take those risks in a safe place with safe people, we can build safety. And if we do that consistently, we create a new neural pathway. We talk to our nervous system and we teach our nervous system, hey, this doesn't have to be dangerous. Look, we're creating evidence for our nervous system that this doesn't have to be dangerous. What if you don't have safe people? So that's huge, right? So honestly, Heather, that's my mission here on this earth in this lifetime, is we created a Discord with amazing safe people to take risks being emotionally vulnerable with. That's what I do. I literally am a safe person and help people walk through their life and learn how to come home to themselves. That's what I do. I am a safe person for people. That's what I do in my coaching. I help people learn how to, or even invite people from their life, say a partner, a friend, a spouse, a family member, to learn how to be safe for one another. Sometimes there's two people that, like, in say sisters, or in a partnership or a marriage where they want to be safe for one another, but they have no fucking idea how to do that. Why? Because we were never taught that. We don't know. And they're like, hey, we want to learn how to be safe for one another. I help people do that. Okay, but for the most part, a lot of people don't have safe people in their life. That's where I come in. I walk alongside you in your everyday. I work with clients that actually on my phone. That's part of the program, is that they have access to me so that in their everyday life, they have somewhere safe to land. They don't have to wait a month until they see their next therapist. They don't have to, try to write down the situation in which they were triggered and then work through it in a month or 2 weeks when they have their next session. So that's what I help women do, is create safety within their body and have a safe person in place to land so that they can have a solid ground to begin to build themselves up. Allie, welcome in. Hello, hello. Long time no see. Right, Frosty? Yes, and that's what Tara was saying. Safety through consistency. When you have someone safe in your corner, yeah, in real time, right, Tara? Your body begins to trust that. If it's sporadic or sometimes or too far in between, just like anything else, it's like when you go to the chiropractor. What does the chiropractor say? When you go in for an adjustment, the chiropractor says, hey, I need you to come back once a week for 3 weeks so that your body can stay in alignment. Because what happens is if you get adjusted and you don't come back for another month, your body goes right back out of alignment. Okay, it's the same thing. If we're talking about neuroscience, okay, you have neural pathways, okay, you've done this thing the same way your whole life, and so you have this path that's deep in your neural, the synaptic pathways, right? In order to create something different, you have to create a new path, but it's a lot, and then it goes right back to default, and guess what? You create new neural pathways and sometimes you still go on the other side. So it's not about making all of this go away and fixing it. KK's in the house. It's about learning how to come home to yourself over and over and over again. We gotta do a puzzle. Ooh, it's water. I have been hurt in the past by people that shouldn't hurt me. I have trust issues. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And in fact, all my clients experience the same thing. You are not alone, right? We all have been hurt by the people who weren't supposed to hurt us. And this is one of the reasons that love feels painful, is because our nervous system was programmed that love equals pain. And we've talked a little bit about that before. And this again too, Heather, is why safety and consistency, right? And I would venture to say, Heather, that you trust me a teeny bit because you keep showing up in my life, right? So me coming on here and creating consistency and showing you and showing up, you know what to expect, and that feels a bit safe. That's the same thing. Yeah, that is extremely traumatic, Heather. And that would definitely program your nervous system to not trust people at all, especially people who say that they love you, right? That makes sense. Does anybody have any questions? So basically what happens, okay, is you have the thought, the goal, I want to go big, I want to do this thing, whatever the thing is, okay? And then neuroception kicks in and says, the body scans, danger, this is danger, right? And the subconscious, your old memory, your programming, when I shine, I get hurt. Okay, so that's what happens. When I shine, I get hurt. That's what the subconscious is saying. The conscious behavior is overdo or shut down, or overdo and then shut down, right? Disappear. Yes, we would absolutely love to have you guys join the Sacred Middle, because it is a beautiful space to be vulnerable, to build connections, to create safety, in a small group, right? We're a small group, and it's done like that on purpose, because I value vulnerability and fully understand that it takes safety and consistency to build that trust. And that is why we have the Sacred Middle. I love that you guys feel that it's safe. I feel that same way, and I love it. So along with this really fast is that knowing the difference between unsafe and uncomfortable. So again, there's so many things going on that I cannot tell you exactly what's happening for you and your system. I'm throwing a lot out at you so that you can say, oh yeah, that resonates. Not really sure that doesn't resonate with me. Again, the Sacred Middle, we can go deeper and target your exact things. More one-on-one coaching, we can really dive into what's happening specifically to your system and your roadmap. But just all these things to be aware of. Is this unsafe, or am I uncomfortable? And we've talked about this a lot, but reminder, do you know what unsafe versus uncomfortable feels like in your body? Do you know the difference from what unsafe feels like and uncomfortable feels like in your body? Throw it in the chat. Do you know? Do you know what unsafe versus uncomfortable feels like? There is a huge difference. Yes, Heather. Jordan's getting it. Let's go. Right. We didn't know that either, Heather. We didn't know there was a difference. Who told me? It all was the same. Right? And this is why we have these conversations, because yes, there is a difference between uncomfortable and unsafe. And not knowing the difference is what keeps us stuck and keeps us in negative cycles and actually puts us in situations that are unsafe. Along with that, when love feels painful, it creates a lot of confusion, because then we put ourselves. So if love feels painful and unsafe, and chaos feels comfortable and safe, I said feels is not is, feels, we repeatedly put ourselves in comfortable, unsafe situations. I'm going to say that again. When our bodies were programmed that love is painful, okay, when love is painful, I lost it. Hold on. I'm like, I gotta write this down. Okay, wait. When love is painful, when we're programmed, love is painful, what happens is we put ourselves in situations. Hold on. Give me a moment, because this is big and I want to get this right. I know it's me. I'm glitching. I was literally glitching in real life. Okay. When love equals unsafe. Tara, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I was glitching in real life. Where were you two? I was doing my own shit. I was going through all of this. I had to go through this, Heather, to be able to tell you guys about it, okay? 2 years ago, I was going through a traumatic experience that changed my life. It fucked me up so bad good. Okay? That's where I was. Learning all this to share with y'all. Okay. When love equaled unsafe. Does anybody remember what I said? Damn it, it was good. Okay. Love equals unsafe. I said it so perfect. It's okay. I feel all of these things coming up. We're gonna get it. Then okay. I'm gonna talk and somebody try to remember this, okay? Because I have to like talk it out again. So hopefully we'll get it. But when we're taught that love is not safe and chaos is comfortable, when we're taught that love is unsafe and chaos is comfortable, we repeatedly put ourselves in situations that are unsafe No. Close. We're close. I'm gonna work on that. I had it all. Oh, it's recorded. I can just go back and watch it. Thank you, technology. Somebody could have told me that instead of watching me struggle. I can't remember exactly how I laid it out, but it was perfect. My phone got a notice that it was overheating. I think I'm overheating. You're so welcome. That's what we do here. We make healing fun and funny. And it's okay. Fuck perfect, right? I don't know what I said. It was good. We're gonna go with that. Basically, when you're programmed that love equals unsafe, you repeatedly put yourselves in situations that that actually put you in unsafe situations because they feel comfortable. Okay? Who is perfect? No one. But when you suffer from perfectionism, it's some... Ow. I got water in my eye. There is this unobtainable energy that you feel like you need to get to. Or something like that. Okay. Last call for questions, and then we're headed to the sacred middle. Okay? We're headed to the sacred middle. And this is on Zoom. Yeah, it's rough. Perfect. This is on Zoom, and so we get to talk freely. It's not on Tickety Talk. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Pride Girl, welcome in. If you know anybody that would benefit from these lives, nervous system coach, yes, let's go. Please share it out. Love is associated to what's familiar, whatever your childhood familiar is, in my view. Next week's topic, you guys, is ba-da-da-da-da. Pride Girl. I have lots of anxiety. We were just talking a little bit about that, but you can join us in the Sacred Middle. It's an all women's group coaching. I do have a separate one for all men, and then we have a Discord. I do private one-on-one coaching. Also, I have a free 30-minute breakthrough call. We have a beautiful friend, Sheila, who works with a community around that. But, yeah, there's a whole bunch of science behind that. But we have, I have a free 30-minute breakthrough call. And so if you're interested, it's no charge to you. It's just hopping on a 30-minute Zoom with me, and I can help you, get some... What I like to do in that space is create a shift for you so you can feel that shift immediately, whether that's an aha moment or usually they're aha moments, like, oh shit, and then you could take that and it's huge breakthroughs for people. So we have that. Welcome. You've been here. Have you been here before, Pride Girl? Oh, I was looking for next week's topic. Gaga. Hold on. Oh, I think it's toxic empathy. Hold on. Toxic empathy. Yep. Toxic empathy. My empathy stinks when my anxiety goes higher with that. Yes, because your body goes into, I need to take care of me. And what about me? That makes sense. Da 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 da. Yeah, I thought I've seen you before. Okay, well, welcome back. Again, last call for purchasing your tickets for the Sacred Middle, and we will see you guys next week, same time, same bat station, right here, 4 p.m. Pacific. And next week's topic is toxic empathy, when care becomes self-abandonment. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. And Pride Girl, I work a lot with how to, like, feeling it, the somatics, feeling it in your body, right? Because your body keeps the score and it's stored in your cells. All right, guys, have an amazing night. I'll see you in the Sacred Middle. Bye. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you.